Do you like comics?
I love comics.
Do you love comic book movies?
Love comic book movies.
How about comic book movies that could potentially turn into a TV show? That would be awesome.
Yes.
In this case, the topic of discussion is Dredd.
Judge
Dredd. Not the I Am the Law movie with Stallone. No, not that one. Not that one. It's got a cheesy place in a lot of people's hearts. We're talking about the 2012 pick starring Carl Urban, Olivia Thirlby, which I thought was one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen. People ask me, Troy, by the way, I'm Jack Lutz.
I'm Troy Sager.
Late on the intro because we're so excited about this.
That's not important.
Anyway. I remember seeing this in the theater when it first came out. I was already a huge Dredd fan. I got his first appearance in 2000 AD, number 2.
Yep.
And I remember seeing it. It was in 3D. Great 3D film. Remember that? The effects?
I didn't see it in 3D.
No.
I saw it normal, but
Totally worth it, by the way.
3D was good on that.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, you should have seen it in 3D. Wow. But it lived up to the hype, the expectations. However, it didn't do well at the box office.
No, but it had a cult following afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
There were people writing in petitions to get this thing picked up for another movie or TV
sequel,
show.
TV series, and, well, we may get our prayers and answered here because Carl Urban recently talked about his interest in having Dredd picked up on either Amazon or Netflix.
Yeah, he was a big proponent of this happening. He really pushed for it. He liked the character so much that...
Yeah, which makes me like him even more, man. I remember when there were talks about Carl Urban taking on the character of Judge Dredd, and the people that were involved with the film told Carl Urban, you know what, we don't want you to take the mask off. We don't want you to take the helmet off in this film. And he point blank said, well, I wouldn't be here otherwise. He knew what he was getting himself into. Right. And it's just really cool to see this guy and hear about him really stick up for this beloved character. And he revealed that there are talks now. And will it be on Netflix? Will it be on Amazon? Will it be on Hulu? We have yet to see, but the talks are happening.
I'm holding out for Netflix just because they've got such a good record right now with comic book related material.
And it would really work too, because now, Troy, you have the whole scope. If you could do it on TV, you have the whole scope of Dredd. Oh. You have the whole universe.
Bring in the Dark Judges.
Yeah, Judge Death. Yeah, the big one.
Fear, Fire.
Yeah, those are the big ones right there. And you could really show Mega City 1 and the other mega cities around the world. For those of you that need to play catch-up here, Judge Dredd takes place, obviously, in the dystopian future. Post-apocalyptic, after the atomic wars. And the United States is divided up. You have these mega cities now. And the
not just the U.S.
Yeah. Oh, Russia.
Yeah. You have mega cities and uninhabitable zones.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you got the wastelands that are filled with mutants and bad dudes out there. And so Judge Dredd is a judge, jury, executioner, police officer, all rolled up into one. And he's not. He will not hesitate to dish out a harsh amount of justice to a perpetrator, dealing with either jail time in a cube or death even. But he's very fair, he's very firm, and you root for this guy.
Right.
And
he's not the only judge. I mean,
no. You've got a series of other judges too. Again, Olivia Thirlby, who we talked about, plays Judge Anderson. Judge Anderson was she's
part of the Psi Force.
Yeah, one of the Psi Force judges, and she has this incredible power to read minds, and which is very helpful. So all of this rolls up into this great storyline, how they keep peace and how America has fallen. And it's written by Brits. It's written by the majority of you've had a lot of famous British writers do Judge Dredd, and so it's very tongue-in-cheek about the American Empire, where we are today, and yet how a lot of stuff that they talk about in the future carries on over with what's going on today. There's a really good message and very tongue-in-cheek. I like how obesity is outlawed in the future with Dredd, and he's got some great crossovers with Batman. He's got some great crossovers with Aliens and Predator. Really cool stuff there that we highly recommend that you check out there too. They also have the graphic novels It's just bunched up. Yeah, I sold some to you. Yeah. You still have them on the shelf?
I think they sold.
Man, as well as they should have. Yeah, Brian Bolland did some of the artwork on those. You definitely got to check those out to really fall in love with the character. I mean, here's the thing. You don't have to do your homework with Dredd. If you watch the film, you'll be like, oh my God, right?
The Carl Urban film.
The Carl Urban film, right? You got to preface that, yeah. Carl Urban.
Not the Sylvester Stallone.
Or Rob Schneider. Yeah, no, Carl Urban's Dredd. And hopefully, in the next couple months, within the next year, we get to see Dredd as a TV series. Oh, fingers crossed, right, Joy?
I'm holding out for Netflix.
You want Netflix, huh? Yeah.
Because they do the dark stuff well with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and
Punisher.
Then they're picking up Punisher. That's a different segment.
Awesome. Punisher also going to be on Netflix, too. He was trending the other day as well. So pick it up. Check it out. Watch it. Let us know what you think about Dredd 2. Your feelings on that. Well, you can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on with the El Paso Herald Post. You can also follow. I know I'm missing one.
YouTube. Facebook,
there we go.
Herald Post.
Talk nerdy to me. Check us all out. All right. With that said, I'm Jack Lutz.
Troy Stegner.
Good night.
Sleep tight. One batch, two batch.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what